35-year-old Logan Humphrey is now facing charges related to 2 violent sexual assaults in Tumwater. Police say the first happened in July of 2017 in a wooded area not far from I-5. A woman raped after the suspect threatened her with a knife to the neck, according to police documents. A sexual assault kit containing critical DNA evidence was processed, but Tumwater police say they didn't receive the results until January 23, 2018. Around 6 months later. What's more concerning, the same man is now suspected in another sexual assault in Tumwater the day before those DNA results came back.
But you hear something this horrific, and it just worries me. How many sexual assault offenders have we left on the streets?
State Representative Tina Orwall has been one of the lead lawmakers fighting to fix the state's rape kit backlog. While progress has been made since she began working on the issue several years ago, she says this case highlights the problem is far from being solved.
It's heart-wrenching to think somebody suffered who maybe, we could have gotten this dangerous person off the streets so that they couldn't have harmed anyone else. And I worry every day when I think about the 10,000 kits we haven't finished testing or the new ones in the lab. It speaks to needing to have urgency for every kit to be tested.
And not only is the state dealing with an older backlog of thousands of kits still on the shelves, lawmakers warn of a growing number of new kits forming a new backlog. 7 state crime lab techs are now dedicated to the problem full time. The budget passed last session called for 3 more. But despite those gains, Orwall says the crime lab is still struggling to keep up with the demand, something that she says will ultimately require more resources.
Again, I think there's technology we need to invest in where we could be responding more rapidly and protecting the public from very violent offenders. So all of these kits should be urgent. They should be processed, ideally within a few weeks at the most. And so that's what we need to do. We need to design a system that can be that responsive.
Now, I just received a new statement from Washington State Patrol, which runs the state's crime lab, and a spokesman says there's a lot of different factors that play a role in the amount of time it takes to complete a DNA case. He told me in this particular Tumwater case, the first assault, the lab did bump the case up to priority status, but despite that, it still took several months to process that first kit.